Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a quick lesson, pretty much just covering some information in an article I found earlier today, going into a survey that was done, where over almost 50% of the Americans believe that World War III is imminent, which is true. But that's Akiyam and Akwath in the know. Through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we understand prior to World War III, a few prior prophecies must take place. Okay, that grain of rice, right, that MOCB, the micro CHIP must be implemented. Okay, and all hell must break loose in the form of Jacob's trouble, where this damn devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to come down with great wrath. But ultimately he's going to be visited by Allah Shadia, a demon-like power, God Almighty, as they called him in the days of old. Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is going to visit this man for everything that he has done. And we are literally living in the final seconds of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's kingdom. So it's not a coincidence that almost 50% of these people can feel in their spirit that they're about to be visited. And it's long overdue, man. It's long overdue. Let's start here before I grab that article. Let's grab this. Let's grab this in the book of Jeremiah real quick. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 8, and it reads, "Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him." So here you can see that there's a set time where Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to be visited by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And we know, pursuing the second Esdras, the 4th chapter, that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai doesn't move or stir any kingdom until the said measure be fulfilled. And we're coming to a time where evil E's said measure is about to be fulfilled. And he's about to be visited. And he's going to have to pay for everything he has done. And his visitation is going to come in the form of violence. Very, very, very violent destruction is coming upon this man, pursuant to the scriptures, man. As a matter of fact, when you get this word calamity, let me, I can get it in the blue letter real quick. This damn devil thinks he's escaped. No, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is just letting it marinate, man. He's letting you build up your case. See? So he's going to be justified in visiting you with the violence that's written, man. Salakia.
Strong's H 343. Aid.
All right, this is that word calamity. Right? And it goes into what? Calamity. Oppression, by implication, misfortune, ruin. Calamity, destruction. See? And we know that this damn devil's coined as the son of perdition. When you go into that word perdition, it goes into destruction. See? Because this is how Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to be taken out. By destructive force, by a divine power. Remember, Yahweh Shai said he's not going to meet this man as a man. See, Yahweh Shai is not coming back as a man riding on an ass, man. No. He's going to come back riding on that father shit, man, with the host of heaven with him. And they're going to want nothing but smoke. Let's get some biblical usage words, right? Distress, burden. See that? Burden of the righteous, calamity of nation, disaster, day of calamity. You see that? Let's get this word real quick at Google. Let's get a Google search real quick. Let me see. Calamity. All right, an event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, a disaster, man. You see that? Hey, and that's what that World War III is gonna be. It's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be a thermonuclear fallout. If you're on the landmass of Mystery Babylon, the Great, spiritually Sodom in Egypt, aka America, you're not gonna make it. I don't care who built your bunker. I don't care how much layers you got, how thick your door is to enter it. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna make it. The weapons of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's indignation are going to bring this landmass into a lake of fire, man. Let's get some similar words. Disaster, catastrophe, tragedy. You see that? Cataclysm, crisis, hey, misfortune, evil, woe. You see that? Woe. And we know the scriptures speak about woe. Let's go. Let's get this real quick. The book of Revelation, chapter 11. And we'll get the article right after this. The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14, it reads, the second woe is past. What second woe? The Second World War. This is what this is going into. And behold, the third woe, right? The third world war, right? Cometh quickly. Hey, it's being spoken about. There's articles on it. Hey, we're going to go into an article right now on it. On a survey they done. Hey, and wait until you hear how these political leaders are talking in these other countries, man. See, the Bible's real. This is not story time. You see? This is, hey, the scriptures, the Bible is full of what? Lamentations, mournings, and woes, man. This book is alive and well. And you people are going to find that out. You're going to find out, okay, that the report that was being spoken by the men of the Lord, starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, was true. And like it says in Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, then they shall know that there was a prophet among them, man. You will know when all hell breaks loose. You're going to know when you're sitting up in a FEMA camp, biting your fingernails down to the bone. Let's get this article real quick. This is from Zero Hedge, and it's dated Tuesday, March 7th, fresh off the press, 2023. All right, and the title reads, over 40% of Americans think World War III is imminent. And that's a fact, because it is. Pursuant to the scriptures. Let's get a little bit of this article. A new nationwide study from the Trafalgar Group and Convention of States Action reveals that 43.4% of U.S. voters believe the country is on the brink of a World War III. Considering the war in Ukraine, perceived threats against other European nations, and China's aggressive posture against the U.S. You see, these nations are taking a stance, man. Why? Because they have nuclear power too. See? They have intercontinental ballistic missiles too. And this is why none of these nations are willing to cancel their nuclear weapons programs, man. See, they've come to a conclusion that the only way they can stand up to the hammer of the earth, hey, is to even the playing field, man. What do they have that we don't got? Nuclear power. You see? So, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai put it on the spirits of these kings, man. Put it on their minds, rather, to execute a nuclear weapons program, man. And now the weak are saying I'm strong. You got North Korea flexing, man. Let's get a little more. 30.3% of those polled do not believe we're on the brink of another world war, while 26.3% are not sure. And both of those groups are through living in the fantasy world and really don't know what's going on. See? They think it's still 1999, man. See? A lot of these people don't know what's going on. They want to hail Babylon. No, Babylon can't be hailed. Babylon can't be hailed, and it won't be. We're in the time of her visitation, man. The Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. The poll was conducted between February 22nd through February 26th. Before you said head Samantha Power admitted that the U.S. is at war with Russia, but that it's Ukrainians doing the fighting. We went into an article on that. We actually went into an article on that. I believe USA. It's the United States agency. Let's see what it is. I forgot what it was. I believe it goes into it here. Yeah, this is the same article we had went into. There it goes. Yeah, the United States Agency for International Development. And this chick, Samantha Power, she's the head, right? And she let it slip on that CNN panel that the Ukrainians doing the fighting, but we are at war. America, she said the U.S. is at war with Russia, but the Ukrainians are doing the fighting. I mean, that's obvious. That's plain to see, though. Babylon had their nose all up in that. Right, let's get a little more. When broken down by party, just 26.4% of Democrats think World War III is imminent, while 56.7% of Republicans and 47% of independent voters believe we are on the brink of World War III. You see that? Staggering numbers, man. Believe that it's going to go around. Because it is. Hey, biblical prophecy says so. The prophecies are speaking and they're not lying. They're not lying, man. What's that? Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter? These things are screaming. We know for sure World War III is coming. But again, we understand that C-hip's got to come and Jacob's trouble's got to unfold. While the Biden administration and its allies and corporate media continue to downplay the existential threat posed by China, Russia, Iran, and other enemies of the free world, the American people see clearly that we are at a moment of unprecedented risk for our nation and the world. Right, because we're in a time of war. See? We're in a time of war. And it's starting to be felt by the masses. And the only one, I bet you the majority of those I don't think that this is going to happen is you Jakes. Because a lot of you Jakes like to vote Democrat. A lot of you Jakes don't know what's going on. Like the beloved brother, Many brothers say it. Many of the beloved brothers say that you Jakes are the last ones to know what's going on. You're the last to know. Dead last. Why? Because you're drunk off of the Babylon juice. That's why. And you're going to get caught with your pants down. Our weakness and incompetence on the border, on energy policy, and on our approach to China are increasing the risk of international armed conflict in a highly nuclearized age. Yeah, very highly nuclearized age, man. That's what it's all about in this day and age. And again, there's gonna be a thermonuclear fallout, and we know that. Us Akiyam and Akwath know that. It's gonna happen. These things are not sitting in silos just to go into museums. No. These are the weapons of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's indignation, and they're going to be used. Let's see. Let's continue on. In our approach to China are increasing the risk of international armed conflict in a highly nuclearized age, said Convention of States President Mark Meckler. China's new foreign minister, meanwhile, says, check this out, right? China's new foreign minister, meanwhile, says the United States is heading for conflict and confrontation with Beijing, and that Washington needs to change its distorted attitude towards China. If the United States does not hit the brakes and continues to speed down the wrong path, no amount of guardrails can prevent derailment, which will become conflict and confrontation, said Quinn Gang, and who will bear the catastrophic consequences. You hear all these you hear how Chinaman's talking? They're talking like they want smoke, because they do. This is the spirit that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has put on these kings of the earth, man. Starting with Putin, man. You see that devil's not backing down. Because this is the time, we're coming into the time where Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is about to gather all these nations, man, in the Middle East, over there in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the valley of Jehoshaphat, man, where he's gonna judge you nations, man. But Babylon's gonna get hit hard, man. Mystery Babylon the Great. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is gonna put on the spirit of these nations to shoot at her, pursuing the Jeremiah. Everybody that bends the bow. Everybody that bends the bow. That's going to leave Babylon a desolation, as it says in Joel, the 3rd chapter. Edom shall be a desolation. Let's go get that. Matter of fact, let's go to the blue letter. The book of Joel, chapter 3. And look what it says. Look at the title on this half of the chapter. The nations will be judged. See? You nations are going to get judged too, man. Hey, don't get it twisted. We're over here prophesying against Mystery Babylon the Great. Hey, but you nations are going to get judged too. You're not going to escape. Why? Because you put your hands on Yasha Allah as well. As a matter of fact, before I jump down, let's get this right here. Let's get these first two precepts. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1, and it reads, For behold, in those days and at that time, that's prophecy, right? When I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. And when it says bring again, that means turn back. You see? The captivity of Judah, right? The southern kingdom, and Jerusalem, the whole nation. Yasha Allah. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. You see? Down there in the Middle East, man, the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. See, this is where Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to judge you nations, man, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, you see, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. all you were going to pay. All you were going to pay. So I just want to make sure I make that clear. Let's jump down. Let's jump down to, let's get straight to the point. Right? The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 19, it reads, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Why is Edom and Egypt in the same breath, in the same stroke of this precept? Because they're synonymous, man. Remember, this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, pursuing the Revelations, the 11th chapter. This is why it says that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the modern day Pharaoh, man. And we're in the time of his visitation. Let's read this again from the top. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 19, and it reads, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom, remember, Esau is Edom, pursuing the Genesis, the 36th chapter. And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. How is this going to happen? By that thermonuclear fallout that's going to occur, man. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Edom's going to pay. Moral of the story, Edom's going to pay. Edom's going to pay, man. These BRICS nations are going to keep gunning for you, right? And your own allies are going to turn and gun on you, man. Pursuing an Obadiah, 1 and 7. As a matter of fact, pursuing a Revelation 17 as well. Let's get that. We'll probably just close out here through the Spirit, Lord willing, if it allows. Right? I just want to, get into that article and share that with you, Akim and Akwat, measuring the times diligently. Diligently, man. We trying to get to the kingdom. The book of Revelation, chapter 17. And I'm going to start at verse 18 and read up. Because it hits when you do it like that. And actually, the beloved brother Yashamath, actually, he did that. And it hits. He's the first one I seen do that. And it does hit how it's written if you read from 18 up to 16. But anyways, the book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 18, it reads, And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, the hammer of the earth. This is that great whore. Okay? This is that woman. Okay? This is that great city. Verse 17, For Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall be fulfilled. Right? You got the NATO and the EU. That evil E controls. You see? This whore is the 8th. Okay? Out of the 7 heads. Evil E, this kingdom here. Mystery Babylon, this is the 8th. She rides on the beast. Controlling everything. That's why she calls the shots. When it comes to these sanctions, when it comes to the last say so. See? Let's continue on. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. See, so the NATO and the EU, they're going to turn on this whore, man. They're going to turn on you. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked. How? And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How's that going to happen? Through those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. That every one of these nations are armed and suited with. Why? Because it was the will of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. And upon these missiles flying, hey, this is when these clouds are gonna get cracked. Okay? And the Lion of Judah is going to come roaring out of the atmosphere on you bastards, man. And he's going to be coming for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only. To deliver his elect, Lord willing us, Akiyam and Akwaf in our households, a part of that precious number, Abaratazah. And to lay you heathen even with the ground, man. These are the only 2 reasons why Yahweh Shai is coming, okay, with the host of heaven, man. Those 2 things are going to be happening upon his arrival, man. Once these missiles start flying, man. Matter of fact, let's close out right here. The book of Luke, chapter 12. This is what I want. We'll close out here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 49, and it reads, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled, man? Hey, so those missiles are going to be flying upon the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, hey, we're preserved until the end. And ascend into the clouds, man, and be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Hey, if we have to be part of that witness team, you see? If we have to be part of that witness team, hey, Revelations, what's that? Revelations 20 and 4? We'll still be on the chariot if we're part of that precious number, man. You see that? Hey, so Lord willing, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai continues to shorten the days. You know, hey, Jacob's trouble comes sooner than later. This charagma comes sooner than later. And then these missiles start flying sooner than later. So we can get to the kingdom. Lord willing. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom.